Hi, welcome to the channel. Today I'm in Liverpool. We're going to check out a record store called Renshaw 81 or 81 Renshaw. Let's get the name right. It's a real cool shop and we're going to go take a look. Here we go. So that was 81 Renshaw in Liverpool. I had a good time searching around Liverpool record shops. If any of you guys have ever explored Liverpool for its record stores, I'm sure you know there's loads to choose from. There's another store called Dig Vinyl, which I visited, and I didn't purchase anything from Dig Vinyl. I was really tempted by a copy of Rubber Soul and a few other things, some nice jazz bits and pieces in there actually. But no, I resisted this time because I bought something from there last time. I thought I'll try somewhere new. There is a new store called Dead Air Records, which is very, very good. And there's also a rough trade store, which is not really my thing. I find those things a little bit soulless, if I'm honest. But 81 Renshaw, very good store. Really nice guys in there. Lots of new vinyl and also a good section of second-hand stuff. At the back there, they've got a second-hand kind of selection, very, very reasonably priced. And they're also setting up a venue in the back. It used to be a venue previously. There's a stage and a PA, or there was a PA there, and a bar, and they're just reinstalling it. So they're going to have live events on in the future. So that will be a really cool place to visit. You could go in, buy some vinyl, watch some live music, have a drink, all my favourite things. So a really great store. Well worth a visit. The guys who run it are really, really friendly. They're very helpful. We had a good chat about music and records and all kinds of things. So yeah, great place. I'll definitely be going back. So what did I get on my trip to Liverpool? Let me show you. First up, an old favourite of mine, Mr. Bruce Cockburn. Bruce Cockburn, Sun Will Dance. This is from 1971, I'm going to say. It does look like an original. It's from Canada. He's a Canadian artist. This is his kind of folky acoustic period, and he later went very kind of political and quite 80s kind of rock kind of sound, or 80s pop rock sound. Oh, the sun's blinding me there. Geez, you wait all year years for the sun to come out, and then it blinds you. You can't win, can you? So Bruce Cockburn. Like I say, in the 80s, he went more kind of pop rock, political, and then he went back to his acoustic phase, which was the last kind of 20, 30 years he's been more acoustic. But this is kind of very folky. It's kind of Christian elements to it, spiritual elements, should I say, although he is a Christian. And I love this early stuff, and you don't see it very often on vinyl. So I could not resist the opportunity to get this, especially for the whopping price of $6.99. It's in very, very good condition. It's got a nice gatefold to it. All the lyrics there. I need glasses these days to read these things. But it's a nice package. Let me just show you the vinyl. there we go, on the True North label. That was it, True North, which was, I think it was a label set up just for Bruce Cockburn. And I've actually met Bruce a few times. I've seen him live and met him and he signed one of my other albums. So yeah, really nice guy, very interesting character. You should check him out if you don't know about him. Next up, someone a bit more familiar, and that is George Benson. Beyond the Blue Horizon. This is an early 70s album, so it's not like the pop rock, it's not the pop soul singy stuff that was on the radio continuously throughout the 80s. This is straight ahead jazz, kind of bebop kind of thing. Well, actually no, not bebop. It's more modal jazz, because you got a nice cover of So What by Miles Davis on there, and it features some great players on here. Ron Carter on the bass, Jack DeJohnette on the drums, and Clarence Palmer on the organ. So if you know your jazz, and you know, you'll know all those guys. Kind of loose and raw in places, but very funky. And the version of So What is great. I love George Benson's guitar playing. It's absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, his 60s, 70s stuff is well worth a listen and a dig out. I've played this one through as well. It sounds great. It's on the CTI label, and it plays through lovely, really in great condition. The cover has got a few little scratches and marks on it, but I can live with that. How much did I pay for this? And I paid a whopping $7.99 for the George Benson album, which I thought was a bargain. You can't get a record for less than a tenner these days, can you? So that's what I got from Liverpool today. Now, I also wanted to talk about a couple of albums that I purchased online. Now, I try not to buy stuff online because I like to find it in the shop. But while I was on my way up to Liverpool today, I passed through a village or a town called Whitchurch. And there's a vinyl shop in there called Vinyl Destination, which is a pretty good store, and had a copy of a Jack Bruce album that I've been after. I decided not to buy it, and then I had buyer's regret. So I went online and found a copy for the same price that was in the store in Whitchurch, which was £20. And the album in question was this, Jack Bruce, Things We Like. This was the first solo album Jack recorded in August 1968 while he was still a member of Cream, and it wasn't released until 1970 after his first album, Songs for a Tailor, had been released. This is an instrumental jazz album. It features John McLaughlin and Dick Hextall-Smith, along with John Heisman on the drums there. And years ago, I had a copy of this. Bought a copy for £5 from the Birmingham Rag Market, which was actually signed by Jack Bruce, and I sold it about 10 years ago for 200 quid to a guy in Russia because I needed the money. I do regret it, but what are you going to do when you need the cash? So I'm very happy to have another copy of this. This copy is in very good condition, I think. The cover's great. I've played it through. The vinyl is lovely and clean on the Polydor label. See, I think this album, there we go, on the Polydor label. I think this album came out, maybe some Cream fans bought it and didn't like it, so they didn't play that much. So the vinyl was in great condition. And when I listened to this when I was about 16 or 17, when I first heard this record, I really wasn't keen. I really didn't get it. And I kind of ignored it for a long time, but I played it through the other day, and I absolutely really like this record now. It's not up there with the likes of John Coltrane and people like that, but it's certainly a great jazz album, and Jack Bruce is one of my favourite musicians, so I'll always give him the time of day. And also I love the weirdness of the cover. There's Jack eating these bangers and mash with a Ferrari in the background. I'm not sure what he's trying to say with this album cover, but there you go. So that was the first one I bought online. The second one I bought online was Kip Hanrahan. This album's called Days and Nights of Blue Look Inverted. I'm not sure what it means, but there you go. Kip Hanrahan, I heard of Kip through Jack Bruce, actually. Some of his collaborations with Jack. and this is kind of a Cuban Latino music with very strange, obscure lyrics and kind of jazz instrumentation. It's very hard to describe Kip Hanrahan unless you've heard him, and he's quite an obscure artist. But I've absolutely, I'm really getting into him at the moment. I first heard of Kip Hanrahan about maybe 20 years ago, listened to a few CDs and didn't quite understand it. Now I'm really getting it, and this album, which isn't available online, I think you can listen to it on YouTube maybe, but it's certainly not available on Spotify. This album is absolutely brilliant. I haven't stopped playing it. It's wonderful. And if you like jazz and Latin music and kind of abstract lyrics, Kip Hanrahan is your guy. This album is on the Pangea label, and apparently that was set up by our friend Sting. So yeah, good old Stingy, helping to release some obscure albums in the 80s. So this is from 1987. The cover's in very good condition. I paid a whopping £3.50 for this from eBay. The vinyl is lovely, and like I say, I haven't stopped playing it. I absolutely love this record. It is a bit weird. It's probably not one to put on when you've got you know, guests around or anything. But I'm looking for some more Kip Hanrahan. So if anybody out there knows a store or anybody who's got any for sale, let me know. Drop me a comment and I'll be rushing around there to buy it. And the last vinyl I'm going to show you is an album that my girlfriend bought me from Bratislava. And I've talked about this guy on previous episodes, Esbjorn Svensson, the Swedish pianist. And she bought me this from Bratislava, and I think it costs about 38 euros. And it's Esbjorn Svensson Trio plays Monk, obviously the music of Thelonious Monk. And this is a wonderful album, some great artwork in there, and it is on blue vinyl. It doesn't sound any different to black vinyl, but it's just nice, isn't it? It's a nice little touch. This is a great straight ahead jazz album. The production on it and the separation is absolutely lovely. And I've played this, you know, quite a few times now, and I absolutely love this one. So those are my vinyl finds and my vinyl purchases online, and a little gift at the end. Who doesn't like a little gift of vinyl? So those are my vinyl finds in Liverpool today. I hope it compels you to go and visit some of the stores up there, especially 81 Renshaw. It's a great store, got some great bargains. And don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye.